Hi everyone, this is Mr Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in this latest video. This is of a patient who attended with a severely blocked right ear, and I performed examination of the ear prior to performing the procedure, and you could see it was really blocked. Now, this patient preferred to lay horizontal on the couch to have the procedure performed, and normally all my patients are sat upright, it's just in a normal posture, but this patient felt more comfortable laying down. And fortunately my ENT couch, it can either be a chair, or we can actually adjust it so it becomes a couch so patients can lay down. And that's why the angle, so the initial view of the ear when I just examined the ear, that was with the patient upright, sat in a normal seating position, and now the patient is laying down, so that's why the angles actually change slightly. So the eardrum has, once I've removed the wax, you'll visualize it more at 9 o'clock as opposed to 12 o'clock. So this plug is quite a severe impaction. They've got a narrow ear canal. One of the reasons why the patient wanted to lay horizontal, with the head slightly up, that I must add, is because in the past they've had earwax removed and they felt really dizzy. They suffered from the caloric effect, and they just felt more safe sitting, laying down on this occasion, just in case they felt a bit of vertigo. I'll explain the caloric effect in a moment, so I'll just explain what we're doing here. I just had to really dose this ear, and the plug of wax is actually larger than the entrance of the ear, and I'm just trying to tease this forward so you can see it's enveloped by all this dead skin. And slowly but surely we did remove this. I, at one stage, and you'll see in a moment, tried to use both a Jobson horn and an ear hook, but on both occasions the hook and the Jobson horn, it didn't embed into the core of the wax, and instead it was actually pushing it further in. So I stopped and just persevered with microsuction. And this plug extends all the way from the patient's entrance to the eardrum. So with the hook and the Jobson horn, you can't get it in and behind, it's too deep in the ear. So what's the caloric effect? Now, each of our ears, we've got our semicircular canals, and they are our vestibular organ, so our balance organ. And in reaction to certain head movements and positions, they send each of our organ of balance send a signal to the brain, and then the brain can orientate where we are in our physical space. However, the organ of balance is also affected by both pressure and temperature. If we increase the temperature in the ear canal, it excites the organ of balance in that particular ear, and if we decrease the temperature in a particular ear, it inhibits, it restricts the performance and the activity of the organ of balance within that ear. So when we perform microsuction, it actually reduces the temperature within the ear canal. And what can happen is this patient is obviously sat stationary, their head's still, but because we're performing microsuction in the right ear temperature will be decreased, which means the right ear will be sending less signals. The organ of balance will be sending less signals to the brain in comparison to their left ear, because we're not performing microsuction in the left ear simultaneously. So the brain's receiving more signals from their left organ of balance compared to the right, and it tricks the brain, it fools the brain to thinking your head is moving from right to left. But of course you're not, you're in a stationary position, and your eyes kick in and your eyes try to correct your brain, thinking, well, you're not moving, so don't be fooled by the ears. Have faith in me, the eyes, and we're actually stationary, but then that does cause the eyes to rotate, and we call that vertigo, and we have a sensation of the room spinning around, or us spinning around the room, and it will settle. It can also cause nausea. So I've had one patient, I believe, and I've been doing this for, I think, I've been an audiologist for many years, but a clinical ear care specialist since, I think, 2015, so a good 7-8 years. In my time, I have actually had one patient that felt really, really sick, and they physically vomited. Fortunately, we were able to get them to our WC in time, and they felt, it was just that moment, and they felt much, much better immediately after. So you can see, as I said, the eardrum is rotated anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, if it's in America, I believe. And that's because of the way the patient is positioned compared to when I normally perform earwax removal. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and it was informative. Do stay tuned, and hope you're all keeping well. And remember, be nice and be kind to each other. Thank you. Bye.